937 hot937.com. Buccaneers, Melissa Lopez, your hot morning crew. Hey, congratulations to Vanessa. She got those tickets to go check out Bryson Tiller.
Going to be a great show down Toad's Place, so congrats on that one.
We got a guest in the studio, good friend of mine, Rory Edwards in here. Rory, don't mind those headphones with the diamonds on them. You can put them on. If you put them on, I'll take a picture. You got headphones with diamonds on them.
Oh, man.
That's what we're trying to do. I'm trying to be a diamond now.
That's it.
A diamond in the rough.
So you're an author and a visionary and a motivational speaker. How did you become all of that?
I think it's just by chance. You know, life happens, and then those things, you fall into your particular lane. And so that's how that happened. The book is more or less, it's been a long journey on this book, but it's been actually in the kitty for about 10 years.
You've been thinking about this for a long time.
I have
been
been
working on this thing.
I have.
Did you want to be a professional athlete? Is that why you wrote it? So you want to be a professional?
I think we all have aspirations at some point in our life on that stardom. Professional athletes are probably the most admired people in the world.
I would like to come back in my next life as an Olympic athlete. I don't care about professional. I would like to be an Olympic athlete.
That's professional because you're at the highest point of success in your lane.
Now, boy, what is it about like the high school kid and wanting to be this professional?
I think that most high schools, if you look at the numbers, let me give you a quick synopsis. Take football, for instance, because, you know, I know a young man who's an exceptional athlete who came out of high school, went to college, but the numbers are very astronomical. You take 1,700,000 young people play in high school.
Right.
There's 6,000 that play college, right? And then all of a sudden it goes down to there's only 600 who are selected to go to the NFL. And then there's only about 61 who ever play.
Out of that first number.
So that means we still have 1 million individuals who are disappointed who are playing football. So that's our motto with the book. We're trying to sell 1 million books and 1 million homes to prevent 1 million disappointments each year.
Mm-hmm. It is a heartbreak.
It is.
You know?
It is.
And to convince a kid that there's life after, or life does exist if you don't make it to the pros.
That's right. It really does. And the thing about this book, see, I tell people, if I could touch you and make you a professional athlete, I'd be the loneliest man in the world, right? Because if I had a significant other and I touched her, she would leave me and become a professional athlete. So the information in here is about not just becoming a professional athlete, but it's about becoming a professional person. And so you're at the highest point, at the most crucial time of your life, that you're successful for the remainder of your life. So that's what it's really all about.
You always have to have a plan B anyway.
Well, you know what? Could I change that to you?
Sure.
For you a little bit? I say have a plan A minus, because if you have a plan B, that means your plan A was never really
that great.
Well, you weren't going to work through it.
Yeah, right.
Yes, I say have an A minus.
I like that. I'll do an A minus. That's a good way to phrase it. But I think that the allure of professional athletes and all the allure of the success, the fame, the money, it's so intoxicating for kids, It
is. I mean, you go from having $20 in your pocket today to signing a contract, multi-million dollars. Just like that.
That can happen.
And then you look at what are all of the things that they do when they get the money.
Yeah.
They buy things that are not going to be vested once the career is over.
Real estate people, first and foremost.
Right.
That's what you need to do.
The book, The Guide for Raising, Being, and Coaching the World's Next Superstar. Now, your kid becomes a superstar. Mm-hmm. What do they do when they sign that contract and all that money is thrown at them? Have you seen, like, disappointing stories of failure when that happens?
I have. I've seen a lot of them. And they're simple. I tell people, I'm very, very simple. I'm black and white. There's no gray area for me, because a gray area gives you the opportunity to dictate how my day goes.
Right.
So I say black and white, but it's very simple. When you go into the professional ranks, either you're going to change the league or the league is going to change you. And the league's been doing this so long, it's going to change you. So most of the times you have to put people a structure in their cipher, which gives them an opportunity to then have the right people in their circle making the right decisions for them, or helping them with the right decisions. Right. Because these are still children.
Yeah, it's interesting, too, because, my nephew's 16, starting to look at colleges, really good soccer player. Mm-hmm. But, do you guide them that way, too, for college? I mean,
totally.
But I think a lot of parents plan on, I'm going to get money for this, too. Like, I'll get, maybe scholarship money or stuff like that. And not every kid is going to make that either. Not every kid is going to get to that point.
That's true. That's why the book gives you 10 principles. the great thing about the book is not just because I wrote it, but it's about the fact that each particular chapter addresses an issue head on. And then it takes a story, a personal story about something I've experienced in my life as a father, as a coach, as an athlete, as an activist, as an educator. And then at the end, it gives you an example that you and the family can sit down and go through and really assess where you truly are. And so I think that's the great thing about the book.
Yeah.
Should you focus on other stuff? You know, instead of, because I mean, really, honestly, the focus is so much on sports and entertainment. And is there other things that, you know, families should focus on with the kids?
That's the first chapter. The first chapter is being truthful with you yourself about your talent. Because if you look at some other countries, you see there's schools specifically designed just for a certain talent. And everybody wasn't born to be an athlete.
Right.
You know, if you have, two parents that are 5'1" and you want to be a basketball star, it's likely that you're not going to grow to be, a phenomenal basketball star.
Right.
So that's the thing I look at.
We got Rory Edwards in there right now. Any advice for parents out there bringing up these athletes? Some parents are really strict on it. I've seen parents really be hard on their kids.
Right.
And how hard can you be on the kid, or is it right to be that hard on the kid and try to push him to be what you want him to be?
That's the question. That's the word right there. Push them to what you want to be.
That happens a lot.
A lot of parents are living vicariously through their child because, I have a child and I'm like, oh my gosh, look at him. He's running fast. I wish I would have had the person that and so sometimes, again, it's not really who you are, but the thing I suggest to parents is just be a parent, right? See, the Creator doesn't make any mistakes in my mind. So if He made you a parent, then be that. You don't know how important it is just to be a parent and support your child in what they do. But if you want to be a coach, then you need to go get training in being a coach. If you really want to get the best for your child, get the best person out there. That's what we're talking about for other things. Like if you want to be a doctor, put your child in front of a doctor. You can't talk to them about being a doctor if you're not a doctor. Put your child in front of a doctor. So that's what we're trying to tell people in the book. If you really want your child to be an athlete, get someone who's a professional trainer.
Yeah. I met Roy a while ago. I know someone. He knows someone. My kid.
Yep.
He tries so hard to be better than me. So when he doesn't achieve something, he thinks he let me down.
Right.
So I have to talk to him all the time about that.
Yeah.
Be what you want. Be what you're going to be. If this doesn't happen, have your A- plan.
That's right. Thank you for that.
You know what I mean?
But it's so true. It's really true to have an A- plan because sometimes life doesn't work out that way. You can get injured, and then what?
Thank you.
Because injuries happen.
They do. And injuries are happening more often now because the game is played at a much faster pace and higher level.
I say this all the time. Like my parents, they didn't push me to do it, but we were an athletic family. So we were very competitive with each other. So we did everything. And what am I going to be doing in like 3 months? Oh, yeah, I'm having a total knee replacement because.
Wow.
So I tell everyone, I'm like, make your kids swim. Make your kids swim. Don't make them do everything. But it was great.
Where's home for you now, Roy?
Atlanta, Georgia.
Atlanta, you're originally from Connecticut?
I am. I'm from New Britain. Hard hitting.
Oh, hard hitting.
Hard hitting.
Yeah.
We've had a lot of pros come out of here. Out of Connecticut, a lot of great ones too.
We have, and we've had a lot of disappointments too.
Yeah, more disappointments than great ones.
That's right. But those individuals are examples. And when I wrote the book, I didn't put anybody's name in, but I visualized some of these young people that I've worked with over the years, and was like, wow, they were such an exceptional talent. And what went astray?
What happened? Yeah.
And one of the stories, if I can share it real quick, is that when I thought I was really good in basketball, I went to New York, to the Rucker. And all of a sudden, this young man, I was about 14, and this young man walked up. He had a bottle of wine. He was about 20. He asked for the ball. He proceeded to hit 35 jumpers in a row, picked up his wine, and walked away. Never said a word. And I'm like, wow. How many people would die just to be able to hit 35 jumpers in a row without saying a word? And I said, you know what? At that particular time, the innate trait of his excellence was overstepped by the wine. The wine took precedent over his skills,
which was so easy for him. The skills were so easy for him, but the addiction,
the addiction, and this is what we are trying to prevent: the addiction of failure.
Oh yeah.
That's a whole other show.
Ooh, that's a whole other show altogether.
That's a whole other show. Something can take you out of your lane and take you out of it. You're good at something.
That's right.
You're really good at something, but it doesn't mean anything to you.
It doesn't mean a thing to you. It doesn't mean a thing if you don't have that swing, right?
What else are you doing while you're here?
I'm speaking at the state conference of the NAACP this evening and tomorrow, doing a teen summit. Also, I'm going to New Bern High School this afternoon to speak to some of the young people about purchasing the book. And I've been doing a lot of things. I'm just on this book tour, but it's really about the message. You know, I tell people I'm more of a introvert. People say I'm really an extrovert, but I said I'm an introvert because when the lights come on and I'm passionate about it, I'm going to give you everything I have. But other than that, I'm in the back scenes. But this book, the message in the book is so very valuable. And I just advise people, really, if you have a child that you're really concerned about, please, go and get the book.
Appreciate you coming.
She got a niece that she may run on the field if something happens on that soccer field. That's what I hear.
Oh no, I yell. Oh no. I'm. Thank God No. I'm out of control. I'm like, kill him, Helen! And they're like, we don't do that here.
You said your niece's name is Helen?
Oh, Helen.
Helen just got that big prize. Helen just lost a scholarship for that.
Now they can get the book. Where I'll use to get the book.
On my website, that's www.rorytedwards.com. You can go to Amazon.com and get the book. You can also go to my distributors, HeavenlyBodyProducts.com.
All right, thanks for coming in. We appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Really nice talking to you. It's Hot 937.
Hot 937, always in the streets.